Jeff Daniels stars as a hugely successful reclusive author, and Lauren Graham plays one of the few people who've never heard of him. Take a look.
My name is Arlen Faber. My name is Arlen Faber.
I believe you. Next week, Arlen.
Thank you.
That's Arlen Faber? Who's Arlen Faber?
Please welcome back Jeff Daniels and Lauren Graham. Clip. Now, the two of you, actually, we want to get to the film, but I want to also talk about this past year Broadway for you both, because God of Carnage, still starring in it, having a good time.
We are, and we're still going, and we're going to come back in the fall, so we're real excited about that.
And it was awesome. The show, God of Carnage won the Tony as the best play, right?
Yes.
And Marcia Gay Harden won for her performance. You play a guy who's very sort of creepy in a way.
Jerk, yeah.
A jerk.
I'm the go-to guy when we need that.
Did you enjoy that part?
I did, because you can do all these things that, nobody, we're afraid to do that, and I can just instantly become that, right off the bat. I'm that guy with no manners, so it's great
was
fun.
James Gandolfini fun off camera?
He is. I mean, everybody thinks of him as Tony Soprano, or he's just one of the most generous guys, and he's worked so hard on this, and none of us have missed a show in 6 months, so it's
so much fun.
Yeah, well, and it's hard work, but he's dug in, and he's been a pleasure. It really
Those are
you
tough
guys.
hours. Oh, I just wanted to mention Guys and Dolls was your debut on Broadway. Would you do it again?
I would do it again for sure. I loved it. I learned so much, and we didn't win any Tonys, but and then we closed. But besides that, it's exactly the same experience as Jeff's had. You didn't miss any days. You were there. Never called in sick.
Oh, that's
No, when you guys were going to go, to the Tonys, you and Mr. Gandolfini decided you were going to do something, which I think would have been pretty hysterical, but you backed out. Can you tell us about it?
It was out there. It was, we were going to present together, and they were trying to find some unusual way to get the two of us, especially Jim, to do something that was kind of out of the box. And so I suggested that maybe we should announce that they're going to do Dumb and Dumber, the musical. And that Jim and I should go out in the orange and blue tuxedos, and since Jim Carrey...
Look at that.
Right.
That would have been fun. Why would you do it?
I love that.
It got to be kind of, it was, and oh, God forbid, what happens if it doesn't work? And then there we are out there in blue and orange. And,
see, that's something Sacha Baron Cohen would have pulled off, and they wouldn't care who worked or it didn't work.
It was right up to the last second.
Now, this story is really interesting because periodically you hear actors who meet the loves of their lives this way. They say they've met a young lady who doesn't know who they are. And I'm thinking of one actor in particular who was so thrilled that the woman didn't know who he was that he went out with her. He went out with her and then subsequently married her. I'll tell you backstage.
Okay.
But this story, did you say yes instantly to do it? Because you felt like that was something that you would hope would happen, somebody fabulous who didn't know who you were would come into your life?
I said yes. You mean to the movie at all? I said yes instantly because it's such a beautiful script. It's so funny and smart, and it is sort of about fame. It's about kind of what happens when you lose yourself in your own hype. And yeah, my character is somebody who doesn't immediately know who Jeff is, and maybe likes him better because of that. But it was just a great script. It didn't take much.
I heard that you lost a lot of weight while you were filming, and that how'd you like that? To have a guy
he's always losing a lot of weight. He says I would look at him on a Monday and Friday. He was like melting like an ice cube, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I don't know, just eating less." Yeah, eating less. Like that's what guys do.
On purpose?
Is that like a work thing when you're working, you're for focus and you don't eat?
I think there's a lesson for all of us. Just don't get older. Don't age because it gets hard.
It gets harder.
We had to go back and reshoot things because he melted so much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wonder,
And then
you know,
look at him. Foxy.
Don't melt away here. Don't melt away here.
Hot.
You look
You are so
We didn't even need to say it.
They say it for themselves.
They say it for themselves.
He's keeping himself in line. John Hyman, the writer-director, is here in our audience, so we want to give a hello to you. And congratulations. Because
Writer-director.
writer-director, first time. What I find is interesting, too. This is the first time writing directing, and after Sundance, the premiere, I mean, has been getting incredible reviews. But, Lauren, you actually had met before, right?
Well, John called to meet me on this movie and was so kind to me, but is one of the few and proud men who's a huge Gilmore Girls fan. And so, thank you. And so in the meeting, I, of course, am trying to get a new job, and all he wanted to talk about was Gilmore Girls and like Luke and what happened at the coffee shop. And then at the end of the movie, he came to me and he said, you know, I was your waiter. And years before we met, he worked as a waiter at a restaurant where I went, and told me then that he liked Gilmore Girls, and now became my director. And I just think that is such a great.
Did you leave him a good tip?
I think so. I hope so.
Wow. Well, maybe that'll be your next movie script, next storyline there. I don't know. We're so glad to have you both here. Congratulations on the film. Good luck with all the work on Broadway. Still, The Answer Man opens in select cities July 24th. And is also, good news, available right now on demand on most cable providers. When we come back, Tyler Florence is cooking with Sherry. Don't go away.